Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors. With James Holst.
Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish?
And the rest of the IDO fishing team. We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water.
Look at that.
With Cal Schwiel.
What a specimen.
And Joel Nilsson.
Whoa, this is an absolute monster.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
On today's episode of In-Depth Outdoors, I'll be fishing with In-Depth Outdoors pro staffer Pat McSherry, and we're going to be targeting one of my favorite ice species, and that's the lake trout. We're headed to Crawford's Camp in southern Ontario, located right on the shores of Lake of the Woods. And for those that follow our show regularly, Crawford's Camp is probably going to sound familiar to you because that's where we started our broadcast season back on open water where we targeted muskies. And if you remember that show, we got into some great fish. And that's what brings us back to this area. Crawford's Camp is basically ground zero for great fishing on a variety of species. Muskies, northern pike, walleye, and on today's show, we're going to be targeting the lake trout, which in my opinion is one of the hardest fighting fish you'll ever catch through the ice. So it's Pat McSherry and I out chasing lake trout here today on In-Depth Outdoors.
Get some rods ready. James is out drilling some holes, and basically what we're starting out on today is an underwater reef that sticks out offshore. You know, that means there's deep water in between shore and the high spot of that reef. And it tops out at about 10 feet, and then it's got a nice sharp drop. That drops right down to 100. And hopefully there'll be some bait and some trout cruising the edge of that, and we can get on a fish. And there we go. Here you are, sir.
Appreciate it. Awesome. That was a fair square trade.
Yep. 53 feet. What are you sitting in there, James?
I got one.
Oh.
My drag's a little loose.
Well, that didn't take long.
First drop.
That's the way it should be, right?
Yes. All day long, please. I don't think he's a giant, but they will surprise a guy. I dropped that bait down there, was leaning down to do a sensitivity adjustment, and my rod went whoop. I was like, what the heck? Woo-hoo-hoo.
Nice. Might not be as small as you thought.
If I forget to say it later, I'm glad we did this.
Oh,
this is awesome, Pat.
This is easily my favorite winter fishing right here.
If you've never done this and you hear people carry on about lake trout fishing basically being the bee's knees, this is the reason. I don't think this is that big a fish, and he is just owning me right now. And the other big bonus about fishing lake trout is they tend to live in pretty places.
Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite parts about it too.
There we go.
There we go.
Sweet.
Good average sized fish there.
I'll take that all day long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's so great about these fish is how aggressive they are midwinter. You know, a lot of other species we fish, it's late January. Everything just kind of comes to a stop.
Right.
Your presentations are at a crawl, it's downsize, it's live bait. These fish, this time of year, they're just electric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a ton of fun to fish.
Barbless should pop right out.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
All
Pat,
right,
let me
here's your
hold
fish.
that beautiful piece of muscle there. All right. So that's about average.
Yep, I'd say that's an average fish, yep.
All right, back you go, fish. They release very well, of course. Bye, fish. Thanks for the hand, man. I appreciate
No
it.
problem. Let me go catch one myself.
Okay, what we're fishing here is we've got a 1/4 ounce VMC swim jig head. Love the hooks on those. They're incredibly sharp, but what they're not is they're not an overly bulky hook. Lake trout basically have a jawbone of cement. I mean, it's incredibly hard to get hook penetration. So you want to have a hook that's not going to bend out, yet you want to kind of find that nice middle ground where the diameter of the hook itself is not so big that you can't get that hook to go home in the first place. And then we're fishing white plastics. Pat would tell you that if it's white, it's right. So as long as it's got a good body action to it, it can be anything from tubes to jerk shads, anything like that will work very well out here. I've got 10-pound fluoro, a 38-inch rod, and that's the combination that it took to put that last fish on the ice.
Nearly 70 years ago, a simple idea was taking form in the heart of the ice belt. That idea was, if you combined a commitment to quality with a passion for the sport of ice fishing, you could build a better ice auger. From that idea, StrikeMaster was born, forever committed to innovation in the quest to build a lighter, more durable auger. StrikeMaster, powerful, durable, reliable.
The WX2060 and the MX2040 from Skeeter Boats, loaded with a long list of standard features anglers want at an unbeatable price, including a Yamaha VMAX SHO 250 horsepower outboard, Yamaha T9.9 kicker with remote controls, Lowrance HDS 12 Gen 3 touch at the dash, and a Minn Kota 112 Ulterra on the bow. The WX2060 priced at $59,995. The new MX2040 priced at $58,995. More comfort, more standard features. When you move up to a WX2060 or MX2040, you get more of everything.
VMC's dominating line of panfish baits just got even better with the introduction of new baits molded from high-density tungsten, the miracle metal that offers the same weight as traditional lead at half the size. The platoon of new baits include the Tungsten Fly, fast-sinking VMC Nymph and Waxtail soft baits pre-rigged on VMC tungsten jigs, and the innovative tungsten chandelier jig that targets roaming panfish like a fish-seeking missile. The next time you hit the ice, tie on a tungsten, and you'll be fishing fast and taking names with VMC.
Fish, got him.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Come in and just hammer it.
Just come in and just hammer it. Yeah, I did not give the required, hey, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. I don't think he's a super huge fish. Woo! I was getting worried there.
Yeah.
Just plain fury.
Yeah, they're fun, man.
I got to say, oh, lots of bait fish.
Yeah.
And it was like 30 seconds after that.
Yeah, there's been just a ton of bait around here, hanging around. Oh, there we go.
Thank you, Pat.
There you are.
Well, my guess is that's not going to be our biggest fish of the day, but boy, I tell you what, that's a great way to start.
Heck yeah. No, that's a good one.
I did not get any chance to see that fish come in on the Markham. It was just boom, which is kind of the way you want it.
Right.
That way there's no chance for an angler to mess it up.
Right, and you see that bait's buried in his mouth too.
Around his fin, up and around the corner over here. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Barbless hooks, out, super easy.
Cool.
This right here is one of the coolest freshwater fish that swims, bar none. If they'd hit topwater, wouldn't fish for anything else. All right, it's cold out. We're gonna let that fish go. Super start. All right, see you later, fish.
Nice.
Yeah, your hands got wetter than mine. Thanks for the assist on that, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Have you had any fish come in over on yours?
Just a lot of whitefish and tulipies, I'm thinking. No trout yet, but.
That's half the equation. We can find the bait fish, the trout will do the rest.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get my hands dry and then get back to fishing. Thank you.
Yeah, yep.
Even when it's warm on these Ontario trips, it's still kind of cold.
Yeah.
Got one cooking, Pat?
Yep.
I'm pulling for you.
Fish on.
Oh, that was some crazy kind of cool, buddy.
There he goes.
That sounds like a good one.
He got a little mad there. He actually chased it all the way up below the ice, and that's where he bit.
That's awesome, because when they hit like that, then they got everywhere to go down.
Yep. Oh, it's fun stuff. He came in and hit me and blinded me. I didn't even see him, and I missed him, and he came back up and hit it.
How much floral leader do you have on?
There's about 6 feet.
Gotcha.
Where are you at?
Not a giant, but
Nope.
a very nice fish. A marefish, there we go.
There we go. It's not a bad one.
Not at all. Based on the sound of your drag, he's a good one.
Yep. Whew. Fun stuff though, man.
Still fishing right there about that 55 foot?
Yep, 55 feet. I was jigging about 35 feet down.
Nice.
And then when he ended up biting, it was only about 7 feet below the ice, but
Beautiful fish, bud.
cool fish.
I'm looking forward to doing that about another 6, 8, 10 times today.
Yeah, it's getting to be one of those days. I think it could happen. All right, well, get him down and see if we can't get some more on the ice. That's fun stuff, man.
You should mark them. My turn. Oh! Got him.
Nice.
35 foot, man. 35 foot.
Woo! You're on a roll, man.
I'm on a roll. Whoa! That drag loose.
Cool, man.
Man, you're not kidding. It's first drop stuff.
Yeah.
You move to a new hole, you drop it down there, you better have your stuff together.
Right. Oh, it's so fun though, isn't it?
There's nothing like it.
Right.
Yeah, anytime you get to fish for big fish like this, using big baits, no live bait, just have them just crush it like that. Mm-hmm. So much fun. I mean, we're fishing 6-inch plastics. My guess is you could fish anything from 4 to even bigger than 6. You'd be fine.
There we go.
All right. Long and lean.
Yeah.
Hard
There you
fighting
go.
machine. I get a hold of them. They're so strong.
Pretty one.
Yes, it is.
Super pretty one. Right where you want to hook them.
Boop.
Fun stuff.
We're just getting started, and this is already really, really cool. You're not kidding. That is a good-looking trout.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of orange on the fins. Definitely the longest fish so far.
Yep.
Hardest fight, too. All
Shallower
right.
water fish too.
Yeah. I hopped up 35 foot of water, dropped it down, and again, just kind of getting everything situated, get your gloves back on, hit it once, whack,
Yep.
missed it, come right back up and hit it again.
It seems like if they are in that shallow water, they're a lot more aggressive too. Like if there's trout up high on those humps, they're gonna eat.
Sure. A little better than average, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's your biggest trout you've caught up here, Pat?
20 pounds, 21, 22 pounds.
There's no reason to be gentle about that. They're just gonna go. So thanks for the assist, I appreciate
Yep.
it. Wow, is that fun.
At Markham, we know being the leader in ice sonar performance doesn't mean we get to rest on our laurels. Introducing the new I-Series line of flashers. Every model in our new I-Series line combines a bright and vivid display with Markham's advanced sonar technology to produce flasher sonar units that offer a larger display and increased viewing angles without compromising Markham's legendary sonar performance. This winter, don't settle for anything less than an I-Series flasher from Markham, the most powerful high-performance flasher sonar units ever built. VMC's dominating line of panfish baits just got even better with the introduction of new baits molded from high-density tungsten, the miracle metal that offers the same weight as traditional lead at half the size. The platoon of new baits include the Tungsten Fly, fast-sinking VMC Nymph and Waxtail soft baits pre-rigged on VMC tungsten jigs, and the innovative Tungsten Chandelier jig that targets roaming panfish like a fish-seeking missile. The next time you hit the ice, tie on a tungsten, and you'll be fishing fast and taking names with VMC.
From the first time you pick up a tuned-up custom rod, you'll know you're holding something special. A rod not mass-produced, but built one at a time by the hands of gifted craftsmen. Rods like the Precision, ice fishing's most versatile multi-species rod, or the Precision Noodle with a tip so sensitive you'll never fish a spring bobber again. And the Commander, the rod that's never met a big fish it couldn't best. Tuned up custom rods. Ice rods handcrafted for you and the way you fish.
We just punched a series of holes, and the first few didn't mark any fish. I came into this one and I have just a cloud of bait right here. So here's what I'm looking at right now. They're just leaving. Oh, trout on, trout on. Bait left, trout ate. I bet you just saw that on the screen.
I'm coming.
It was so cool, you know, I saw.
Oh, I could see it as I was pulling it out. Just ton of
easy
bait
there.
fish on there.
it was so cool seeing all that bait there, and I was like, wow, there's got to be a trout nearby, and sure as heck, one came in and whacked it.
Let's see what we got here. I just saw some color.
Yeah, nice water coming up in the hole. Makes me think it might be a
good one?
A little bit nicer fish.
Here she comes.
Yeah, a little chunky one.
Chunky monkey.
Heck
Gotta
yeah.
time the hand grab. Nice.
That's cool stuff, man.
Those fins are just bright orange.
Yep. Bait right there. But that's what we're doing a lot of times when we're out here, is looking for bait. And I was just telling James, I'm like, that's the most bait I've ever seen out here.
You got excited for obvious reasons.
Yep.
You know, we see it in the summer out on Lake Superior, how these lakers just dog the schools of bait fish. Even when they're not feeding, they don't let that school of bait fish get away from them. They just follow it. So it just makes sense. When you see that, get excited.
Yeah,
it's coming.
It's coming, yeah. And I've had that happen so many times. You know, sometimes it doesn't, but more often than not, it's a big confidence thing too.
Nicely done, sir. We're
Yeah.
piling up some fish today.
Yeah, this is fun, man.
That's one of the bigger fish of the day right there. I mean,
Yeah,
right
for
there
sure.
with it.
Definitely one of the most healthy. You know, I think maybe some of those were a little bit longer, but this one's carrying its weight nice.
Yep. Nice
Well,
saggy belly.
Cool, that's, there's a lot of bait down there, so we better get our lines wet again.
When I reached over the top of your graph, started to pull it out, and just as the transducer was coming up, I could see that big ball of bait moving down, you know?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it's fun when it happens like that. They're not there anymore, but I'm sure they're around somewhere.
All right.
Cool, cool. So when we pulled up, we're fishing an offshore reef, and we pulled up on it, drilled some holes. We weren't really seeing what we wanted to see, and sometimes it just takes, James came over here, drilled 3 or 4 more holes. I came over, popped down, I'm like, wow, tons of bait, fired down, and wham, one came in and hammered it. So that's definitely something to keep in mind too when you're trout fishing, is just look for that bait, because those trout are not gonna be far behind them. Get back down there and see if we can't jig up another one. My bait left.
I don't have any over here either.
Fish on, fish
Are
on.
you kidding me? Another one? How's it feel?
Not bad. I don't think it's a real big one, but
Even a small trout's a handful.
when I'm catching trout, I'm happy.
Did you swim or just crush it again?
Yeah, he actually hit it on the fall.
Oh, that's nice. There you be.
All right.
He's a little bit better than you thought. I mean, that's no slouch.
No, good average sized trout. I don't know, maybe 6 pounds, 5, 6 pounds. But man, what a blast, huh?
Did all of his fighting right down there. We got such a great pattern going on right here. I mean, try to visualize this. We've got this long point that comes off of that shoreline, and it sticks out into the lake here, and it kind of terminates out into deeper water. And we're just running up and down the one side where we keep contacting these schools of bait fish. You don't catch fish every time you mark a big ball of bait fish. I'd say 75% of the time you do, which is really high percentages when you're trout fishing. So this is a pretty cool little scenario we got going here.
It's a cool indicator too. It keeps your confidence up when you're seeing that bait, and you're always ready, you know, because you know that trout could come at any second.
Absolutely.
And there's not much more of a fun way to fish through the ice.
So top of the point is about 25, 30 feet. Out behind us this way, it's like 110.
Yep.
And we're just keeping all of our holes, basically, or the holes we're fishing and catching fish, 50, 55, 57 feet. We're just running up and down this spine, back and forth. And, you know, sometimes the bait's over on this side and Pat catches one. Sometimes the bait's over there and I catch one.
It bears to mention too, when you're looking for those type of areas, the steeper the break, the better too, because it just concentrates that part of the water column so much more, to where you're not searching 30 yards for that right depth range. It's literally a 15-foot window of where that depth range runs on the side of this thing. So.
And that's where those lake trout kind of want to pin those bait fish too. I mean, they use that as kind of like a corral, a herd, you know, where they get those bait fish up against it and they push in there, and those bait fish have far less ways to go. They don't want to go up, they want to go left or right. That's about all the choices they have. Here's your,
it's working.
yes, it is. Here's your 7.
I lost the tail on my plastic.
Bait's back.
Oh.
I would fish that.
Yeah, I'm going without tail. I'm going without the tail.
Oh man, that is a huge ball of bait. That is ridiculous.
You know, one good piece of advice that I could give to anybody that's new to trout fishing is that when you're fishing that bait, I like to fish basically about 3/4 of the way down in the water column, whether you're in 30 feet, 60 feet, 80 feet. Usually that's a pretty good starting point, but you also want to kind of fish that whole water column. So I'll drop down and I'll fish 3/4 of the way down. Right now I'm in 50 feet. I'm jigging at about 30. After I jig here for about 2 or 3 minutes, I'll drop down to 45, and then I'll work that bait all the way back up. And that just gives you the opportunity, if there's any trout that are cruising underneath you or above you, that they're gonna see that bait and hone in on it.
This winter, set a trap for your next trophy with iFish Pro. Ideal for all species, iFish Pro is an innovative fishing system that allows an angler to use their favorite rod and reel instead of trying to manage the fish hand over hand.
There's a flag right there.
Complete your ice fishing arsenal with iFish Pro, tactical ice gear that puts the fight back into tip-up fishing.
Look at that.
Find iFish Pro online at ifishpro.com or at your favorite sporting goods retailer.
Everything you'd expect from a premium quality fish house and so much more. Glacier combines superior craftsmanship and premium quality materials to produce a comfortable and enjoyable mobile base camp for your next outdoor adventure. Available in a variety of models, a Glacier Ice House offers more standard features, more usable space, and a better fit and finish than the competition. Visit our website at glacierIcehouse.com to find a dealer near you and see why a Glacier Fish House is the ultimate way to play.
Nearly 70 years ago, a simple idea was taking form in the heart of the ice belt. That idea was, if you combined a commitment to quality with a passion for the sport of ice fishing, you could build a better ice auger. From that idea, StrikeMaster was born, forever committed to innovation in the quest to build a lighter, more durable auger. StrikeMaster, powerful, durable, reliable.
Did you get ripped?
Yes, I did. Got him!
Nice!
It actually felt like it bit like that back part of the bait off, you know, that spongy boing, boing.
Yeah.
This is the first chance that I've really had to fish one of these commanders for big fish. I mean, they were kind of designed to fish, you know, the big ripping wraps and bodies of water where you're gonna catch a big walleye. Mm-hmm. They're also more than enough rod to handle these lake trout.
Oh yeah. I saw just a flash of it. I couldn't tell at all.
All I could see was its head, significantly bigger than the last one I caught. Come to Pat.
There we go.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it's not twice that big. What a super fish.
Yeah, it's a pretty one.
Man, a 20 pounder, that'd be everything you could handle. And then some. See you later.
Fish on.
All right.
Yeah, he did one of those where he just came in from the side and hammered it.
Lake trout magic trick.
Never even saw it on the screen. All right.
There he is, last 6 feet. There's the knot. There he is.
Nice. Boy, is that a cool colored one too.
Got him?
Yep, I got him.
Nice.
All right. Right in the corner of the mouth again. That's
Barbless
fun stuff.
is nice. I mean, it hasn't cost us a fish all day long.
Yep. Yeah. Cool colors on that one.
Very brook troutish.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Let him go. Oh.
He's confused about how this works.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. So basically what I'm fishing, well, it's pretty much the same as James. Just a 1/4 ounce BMC swim jig head, and then a white plastic swim bait of some kind. You know, I use tons of different ones that I'll rattle through in a day. Anything that's got a little bit of a paddle tail and a soft tail seems to really help.
We're fishing different baits and it doesn't matter.
And the white.
Yep.
As long as it's white. This is a 5-inch, I think you're using a 6-inch. And then I'm using the Tuned Up Custom Lake Trout Pro. You're fishing fluoro with the Commander. I'm fishing a 10-pound braid. It's just a little bit different. I like the braid. It's just a little bit more abrasion resistant, but you do fight a little bit of ice up. But you know,
as long as you end up in the same place. I mean, that rod with fluoro with the extra stretch, you probably wouldn't like it.
Right.
And the Commander, because it's a faster action rod, if I fish braid on that, I don't have a lot of cushion with those fish. So.
Right.
So now the question is, do we stay here or do we go to that other spot?
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Kind of have it in my head right now that a 20-pound fish Fish on.
I'm coming.
Oh, we were just debating on if we wanted to make a move. We're still on the spot where we had been marking all the bait, and I kept thinking that with all this bait around, if we had a chance at a big fish,
this would be the place.
You'd think that there'd be a big fish hanging around this pot of bait.
Well, you know what else we got to start thinking about? Getting out here before it gets dark.
Yeah, that's another great point.
We've kind of indulged here a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
this has been fun.
There's just a couple of holes here that there's just constant bait fish through and a lot of big trout.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice one.
I would guess.
I just saw it.
All right, here we go.
I had no idea. I mean, that's what's so cool about lake trout is a lot of times they don't show their true colors until they get by that hole.
Well, I don't know what I'm rolling my sleeves up for. It's going to be like 15 minutes. We're due for a big one.
We are. You know, we've caught a lot of nice fish today, but not a jumbo. I don't think this isn't a true jumbo, but I think it's a nicer fish.
I saw the leader. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, chunky one. He's still right in that range. I thought he was a little bigger than that, but.
There you go.
another darkie. Lots of darkies today, you know.
They're just beautiful yellows and oranges with that real dark green back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's just an amazing fish, and that one just woofed it.
Oh yeah, that bait's just gone out of there. Here we go.
Later, bye.
All
that
right.
right there is a fantastic trout to end the day on, don't you think?
Yeah, we'll get her back.
See you later. You know, if you've never done this type of fishing for lake trout, you gotta put it in the bucket list. As far as fight goes, pound for pound in the winter, I mean, what else is there? Lake trout.
Yeah, lake trout is it.
Mean mothers, as far as I'm concerned, and just a ton of fun. I mean, it's the aggressive nature of this fish when they're under a sheet of ice. There just isn't really anything else like it. And when you catch a day like this, it really comes together to be something pretty darn special.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Happy to spend it with you. Well, for everybody watching there at home, from Pat and I, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
All
We
right,
got a little
man.
packing to do, a little sledding to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
Here's your gloves.
Great day, man.
Absolutely.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.